MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM is excited to bring you 2017 Colorado High School football. Tonight's game features the Roaring Fork Rams and your Moffat County Bulldogs. All right, Shane, keys to the game tonight. Huge game coming up for the Bulldogs. League contest, must-win situation. First thing, time of possession.
Yeah, you know, tonight let's come out, and it's cliche. You'll always hear it, time of possession, but it's absolutely the truth. Let's have some ball control drives. Let's run it left, run it right, run it up the middle. And if we choose to do so, let's do those short intermediate passes. Let's spread them out. Let's keep the ball. Let's possess the ball a lot more than the Roaring Fork Rams do, and that will lead to victory.
All right, keys to the game tonight sponsored by Memorial Regional Health, Severson Supply and Rental, and Bank of Colorado. The next thing that we really have to get done, Shane, we talked about time of possession, but the next thing is we need to sustain drives. We've had some big plays. One of the things that the Bulldogs have had is big plays, big touchdown passes in every game, I believe. But what we haven't done well is sustain drives, and that goes with time of possession. So if the Bulldogs can sustain some drives and keep the ball, good things are going to happen tonight. The third key to the game, defense, run, stop, defense.
You know, every year over the last 4 years, our defense has been the one main consistent. And so defense has been a huge part of our team over these last 3 or 4 years. And defense wins championships. And again, that might be cliche, but it is also true. So let's come out. Hey, you know what? Let's aim for the zero, the goose egg. Let's get the shutout. The Roaring Fork has not scored any points this year, and let's continue that trend and win through our defense.
All right, captains for the Bulldogs tonight are going to be Colby Beckett, Braden Barnes, Mickey Klemper, and trying to get the last number out there, Shane, I believe that's Marcus Delgado. So captains for the Bulldogs out for coin toss, and we're just about to get underway. We got a beautiful fall night. Temperature is perfect after the huge rainstorm last night, so I'm sure, Shane, the field is going to be a little bit soggy.
Yes, put on your longer spikes, as they say, and let's get ready to rumble here under these Friday night lights.
I want to say thank you to all of our Moffat County Proud sponsors: Severson Supply and Rental, Memorial Regional Health, Bank of Colorado, Victory Motors, Hatton Enterprises, Miller Family Appliance, 3B Enterprises, Cornerstone Realty, GCR Tires and Service, Precision Auto Service, 360 Insurance Company, Mountain West Insurance and Financial Services, Kramer Flooring, McDonald's, DNP Duran and Pierce Contractors, Cook Chevrolet, Ford and Subaru, Country Living Realty, Draper Insurance Group, Great Divide Cleaning Service, Chaos Inc., Young Life, Rocky Mountain Automotive, Machines That Move Mountains, your local Kubota dealer, Epp and Associates, Professional Land Surveyors, Rocky Mountain Automotive, Colorado Northwestern Community College, Identity Graphics, Craig Veterinary Hospital, Craig Family Dental, Brass Key Realty, and Mountain Air Spray. You're watching Bulldog football right here on MoffatCountyProud.com. All right, ready for kickoff. Bulldogs will receive here in the Western Slope Conference. That's going to be, take a couple hops, picked up by Navarez. He takes it straight up the middle, has some room to run, has one guy to beat, and a huge return for the Bulldogs all the way to the Roaring Fork 40-yard line.
Great start for your Bulldogs here on this beautiful night under these Friday night lights.
All right, big play for the Bulldogs, Shane, as they started off. Let's see if they can get it rolling here. We talked about drives and getting it going. They have great field position to start with. Let's see what they open up with. Double wing formation, motion, back to pass. Has two guys wide open. Goes to Klemper, and man, Klemper just missed it, but man, he had two guys streaking deep, uncovered.
Yeah, wide open, and have to be honest, I think that's the first easy catch I've seen Klemper miss in 2 seasons. Hits him right in the hands, and Kip, he might go because he was behind the safety and his cornerback. But hey, one drop ball, and I'm sure he's going to have many big plays in this game. Brings up 2nd down and 10, a lot of good time for our quarterback as he dropped back, had time to survey the field, pick his receiver. Let's see what the Bulldogs bring for 2nd and 10.
All right, Colby Beaver back underneath to take the snap. Motion again, Navarez. It'll be a sweep to him this time. He'll run it right up the middle. Breaks a tackle, carries the guy for about 7, call it 9, and a good 2nd down play for the Bulldogs.
Great hard running there, and obviously the Bulldogs are going to be in 4-down territory once you're already this deep in Roaring Forks territory. 3rd and 2, this is one of those plays, sometimes you can play a little bit here. Maybe that play action pass, fake that run up the middle and drop it deep as Klimper is uncovered on the bottom of the field.
Oh my goodness, throw it to Klimper. Nobody covering him wide open. They don't see it. They run it right up the middle and he would have been gone.
Yeah, and that right there, we've talked about it. That is where the head signal, the hand signals from sideline to quarterback, or the freedom. When you trust your quarterback, he sees that, he taps his head, or maybe his knee.
And quick slant right there, you hit it.
Green grass.
Yeah, and that's here we go again. This is where you step up every time at quarterback and you beat this into their head over and over and over again. Every time when you step up under that center, you look left, you see what's over there, you look right, you see what's over there. That way, if anybody is ever uncovered, and it happens, in games it happens. We just saw it, and if that happens, you said it, Shane, one signal to the head, hands in front, green light, quick slant, touchdown Bulldogs.
So nonetheless, Bulldogs get a 1st down on the run. And here's the fake pitch. He's going to drop back, he's going to throw it.
Has it to Scranton. He's streaking down the sideline, one guy to beat, he'll spin off, and it's a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Great job, Scranton. Nice pass. There's a big celebration in the end zone. A bunch of the big uglies, as I love to call them, in a nice way, because I was one too. The offensive linemen are down there celebrating with Scranton. What a great play and an early 6-0 lead for these Bulldogs.
All right, so just what, Shane? We'll go 10:30, 11:30, so not 90 seconds off the clock, and the Bulldogs are in the end zone. Extra points good by Alex Mendoza, and the Bulldogs are up 7-0 here early in the first. You're watching Bulldog football right here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. Taking the duties for kickoff. And I wouldn't be surprised if Moffat County tries an onside here, Shane.
Well, they have the option. Mr. Do-It-All Klimper ready to kick, and he's going to go deep with a nice kick.
Beautiful kick. Brings him back right on the 5-yard line. And nice open field tackle. That's 24, Jefferson Pyatt. And I'll tell you what, first game he's played this year, and that's how he wanted to start.
Yes, sir. So he returns and shows why he immediately steps into that playing time. Great hit, great tackle, and now the Bulldogs, great field position for their defense to make a stand.
Yeah, giving a shout out to Jefferson. Jefferson's in my weightlifting class, and he works hard, and I'm definitely going to high-five him for that one when we get back to school on Monday. Great tackle, Jefferson. That's open field tackling at its best. 10:31 on the clock, and the Rams will have their first snap on offense, and they will spread it out in a doubles formation. 2 guys in motion, flag on the play, and they're going to back up 5. All right, so Roaring Fork will show the same formation, but it backs them up to a 1st and 15. Back to pass. Picked off.
Spencer Brown.
Spencer Brown cutting in front, making things happen. He's still on his feet, moving fast. And now a big
scrum.
Kyle stops it. Yep, Shane called it a scrum. And the Bulldogs get the ball right back on the 25.
Wow, fantastic. Our senior, Spencer Brown, he practically ran the route for that young man. Quarterback throws it where he thinks his receiver's going to be. Spencer says, "Thank you very much. I'm a senior. There's my first INT this season, and I'll take it back and fight my way for another 10 yards after he makes the interception, setting our Bulldog offense up with spectacular field position. What do you think, Kip? Go right to the corner of the end zone here?
Yeah, I'd like to see him hand it to Jefferson. He hasn't, like I said, this is his first game this season. Give him the ball, see what he can do right up the middle. So this one will go up the middle, but it goes to Navarez. Good gain for the Bulldogs. Call it 5.
So 10 minutes still remaining in this first quarter. And, let's be honest. We foresaw this. We knew what kind of team right now, the trouble that Roaring Fork was having this season. And it gets tough when you're getting beat as badly as they are. These young men who continue to come out and practice hard and show up, you feel for them. But, hey, we've been on the other side of that too. So let's put up 40.
All right, comes back the other way, and that is Dominic Placetti. And anytime you're a running back and you run 8 yards without being touched right up the gut, you gotta feel happy. He didn't get touched for 8 yards.
Heck yeah, I would have at least been able to gain a yard through that hole. Great job, offensive lineman, and our Mack truck. Whether there's a hole or not, he is going to put his head down and make big yardage for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10, and they are rumbling down the field again.
So they're going to spot it just inside the 10, and so it's going to be bring up a 1st and goal situation. And a nice play by the Rams right there as they get in quickly as the Moffat County was trying to run an inside counter, and too slow in developing, and Roaring Fork's in the backfield, and a loss for the Bulldogs.
Our quarterback, Mr. Beaver, did a great job just to hold on to the ball there. It was almost the handoff taken by the defensive lineman, how quickly he got in there. But right now, that play took too long. Too many fake here, fake there. Just go right at them. No need to get fancy at all here. And now 2nd and 15. So the first bit of adversity faced by our Bulldog offense. Let's see if they come out passing.
And Bulldogs will set up on the 15. 2nd down and goal. Hickson in motion. Fake to Hickson, bootleg. Looks to Scranton, and bubble!
Wow!
Called hot potato, and I'm bringing it in. Scranton, touchdown number 2. Bulldogs adding to it, Shane. I'll tell you what, that was the hot potato if you ever saw one. But Scranton, hand-eye coordination, he just kept it. Focus, 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 and able to pull it in.
Bingo, bango, bongo, touchdown for Scranton as he has to go stretch out as far as he possibly can to try to catch the tip of the ball. He throws it back to himself, then makes the acrobatic one-handed Odell Beckham Jr. catch. Touchdown. That's when you got to reround and see. Here you go. There's the extra point, and it's good. Everything going great for the Bulldogs. What I was saying, rewind it. You're on Moffat County Proud. You're on Football on Demand, Bulldog style. Rewind it now here, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Check out that amazing, spectacular play. Might end up being the play of the week in our division of football.
All right, Moffat County back to kick off. Mickey Klemper doing the duties once more. 8:23 into this first quarter. Bulldogs up 14-0.
Hey, what
Bulldog action right here on MoffatCountyProud.com. That one is as high as the lights. Taken by Roaring Fork on the run and bounces off a couple would-be tacklers still on his feet, but he's running the wrong direction. Now he's able to make a turn, and finally the Bulldogs get in there and take care of it. That's Tyler Fortune coming in, and making the tackle.
Yeah, we've had that young man. He is young out there making a play for the varsity. He's a freshman, right, kid?
Sophomore,
playing like he's a senior. Tell you what, great tackle there. And hey, how about this? Last week, you had Mickey Klemper going out and getting 2 long touchdowns and just playing the game of his life. Now to start this game, you have son of cameraman, Mr. Scranton. What a great play. 2 great plays to start this game. 2 touchdowns already for Scranton. Let's see what they can do the rest of the game.
All right, defensive ends for the Bulldogs. Dominic Passetti. We've got, who else in there? We got Beckett in there. And then a big play and another loss as the Bulldog defense is doing everything right on 2 plays. An interception and a tackle for loss. Staying inside for the Bulldogs also. Number 79, Bryson Davis. And number 56, Jared Baker. That's a good-looking defensive line. So Roaring Fork, 2nd and 15. Brings motion in front, jet sweep, trying to get to the edge, and just absolutely destroyed over there by Colby Beckett.
Yes, Beckett leading the team so far this year in tackles. I believe he came in with 31 on the season. There is a demonstrative 32nd tackle. He read that play, and here we go, 3rd and 15, my friend.
Trips formation. Back to throw to the single coverage side. Spencer Brown looking for another pick, but Scranton says, no thanks, I'll take it. He's down to the 45, to the 40, 35, 30. Has a couple guys to beat, makes a move inside, spin move. Now he's finally wrapped up, gonna be down around the 35.
Hey, how about that trifecta? He done wrecked you. 2 touchdowns on the night, and now you add the interception for Scranton. What a night, and wow, we're in the first quarter still.
We're not even halfway through the first quarter, Shane.
So he saw last week Klimper had the 2 touchdown, the fumble recovery. So he says, I'll one-up you. I'll go 2 touchdowns early and get the interception. What a start for the Bulldogs, and what a stat night already for that young man, Scranton.
All right, Bulldogs will stay in the double wing. And so far, Shane, they've been able to do anything they want. And this time they'll sweep it to Passetti, and he's going to rumble ahead for about a 5-yard gain.
Now here, we talked about it. Let's have one of those drives where you pound it, pound it, pound it. Yes, I know you could probably go play action. You could probably throw it up and going to have guys open, but work on the things that are going to make you better and help you through the rest of this tough league schedule as we head into a really hard homecoming game this next week.
Yeah, and then you think twice about showing everything because you don't want the teams that are going to see film and they're going to talk about how shaky it was. And, and I'm just laughing. All right, here we go. So Bulldogs will move and it'll back them up 5.
I always say it's the excitement of the crowd shaking the press box that makes it so shaky.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're breaking down film, though, you don't want to show everything. And so Bulldogs definitely have the opportunity tonight. Right now, it seems like they can do anything they want, but you want to save some. You want to save your bag of tricks. You don't want to give your next week's opponent here we go again. Yeah, we look down here, and now they'll pick it up as Klimper was all by himself on that island for a moment.
Single coverage down here, though, and a much shorter cornerback. I think you take that shot out, they're going to run outside. Klimper's going to have to make one good block here, and he got a nice block. And there we go. Oh, and he stays up. Nice run, great block. The crackback block, the legal crackback block by Klimper, and a great run by Mr. Number 2.
First down going to be on the 13-yard line, 5:33 on the clock, and the Bulldogs are threatening to score once more. All right, here we go. Bulldogs, they'll spread one wide right, one wide left, double wing, and they're going to give it to Dominic again. He cuts back, bounces off a would-be tackler that didn't even see him, stretches out,
tries
to get it there, and ends up just a few inches short.
We run into that so often. They won't give you that when it's that close. I get it, but he was on top of a defender reaching to that end zone. Heck, I don't even know if he's down yet as we speak because he was on top of a defender.
First down for the Bulldogs. Anytime you have a first and goal inside the 1, chances are pretty good you're going to score. They'll give it right up the middle to number 25. And Shane, who was that? That was Teeter. Oh, Josh Teeter with his first carry.
Night, I was going to say, and that goes out to his dad. What a fantastic young man, fantastic military family. Bobby Teeter, that one's for you.
All right, Josh Teeter getting it done as he piles ahead, and the Bulldogs are up 20-0. Ready to kick for the Bulldogs is Axel Mendoza. I got Axel Mendoza in class, and I was talking to him today, and I said, man, you better be ready to kick. You better have that leg warmed up, because I'm guessing you're going to be kicking a bunch of extra points tonight. And so far, I'm glad I was right. Let's see if he can nail a third one.
Let's see. So
and man, it looks pretty. Trifecta, 1, 2, 3 extra points, 21-0, Bulldogs lead. You're watching Bulldog football right here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. All right, Shane, your nephew back there to kick once more. And he's been doing a great job. Beautiful kick inside the 10. And Roaring Fork will bring it right up the middle. And gets knocked down by his own man, and they get it almost to the 25, and here comes the boys in blue. Bulldog defense, we'll see if they can get another turnover.
You know, a lot of different styles of kickoffs. I had talked to Mickey leading up to the fact tonight he was going to kick, and his style there and what he aims for is that high floater. Yeah, it's not going to go out of the end zone. It's going to drop between the 10 and 15, but it's high enough and spins, hangs up there. It allows your guys to get down there and nail somebody, put a hit on them, and catch them inside where they would get it if you just had a touchback.
All right, Roaring Fork's not going to change anything. They'll stay in that spread offense. Give right up the middle, and instantly crushed by Jared Baker. Great job, defensive tackle.
Heck yeah. Now let's see our defense build up some statistics, I should say, here.
Well, right now you have 2 turnovers for the Bulldogs, and also net yards for Roaring Fork is probably around -12.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. And Bulldogs playing great tonight, obviously, but we talked about it. This is what you have to do to teams, and when they're in a down period like Roaring Fork is this year with a brand new coaching staff and just not having a great season, you have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
Another inside give from Roaring Fork, and they'll lose another 2 yards, and they're just having a really difficult time getting anything going as the front four for the Bulldogs, front five, call it, with Hickson in there now, doing a great job and just really shutting them down.
Third and long.
Yeah, 3rd and long coming up, Shane, and they're going to call a delay of game on Roaring Fork, and that's going to back up another 5, going to bring up a 3rd and 20.
3rd and 20.
Back to pass, and Beckett is in there so fast, like a bolt of lightning. Kobe Beckett with a big sack and a huge loss for the Rams.
My goodness, so it's going to bring up 4th and forever. Stat building night. You get them when you can, boys, and that's what they're doing. It's going to be a punting situation for the Roaring Fork Rams.
Hey, Air Force Academy, if you're watching, Kobe Beckett, I know he wants to go to the Air Force Academy, and he's going to be doing some testing soon. One of the top kids, if not number 1 in his class. He's right up there. Also a 4.0 plus GPA, and that's the kind of kid you're going to get. All out lightning bolt Beckett getting it done.
You know, we have our
and
whole
Roaring
team.
Fork's going to go for it on 4th down.
And we have our guys
and no,
back.
It's a quick punt, not a bad idea, and gets rid of it. And maybe they do that because the room in the end zone. Maybe they do that because they don't have a great long snapper. Nonetheless, works out all right. They get a decent punt out of it. 2:22 on the clock. Bulldogs will take over in great field position near the 32. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Deuces Wild on the clock, 2:22. Back to pass, Beaver. He's going to send it up to Klemper, and he pulls it in, and he's going to be down on the 1. If this was the NFL, Shane, that'd be a touchdown because he wasn't touched. But in high school football, the moment you hit the grass, you're down, whether or not anybody touches you or not. So great catch, way to lay out. That one's going to be on the highlight film.
Yeah, how about that last week? Klemper had the 56 and the 49-yard touchdown. Beautiful pass from Beaver, lays it out there perfectly, and Mickey, even on that one, it got in his head a little bit. He dropped that last one, so he double clutched it but pulled it in, inches away from a touchdown. Who's going to score it now?
This one's going to go to Navarez, and he is denied as he's not able to get that yard, and it brings up a 2nd and goal for the Bulldogs.
Wow, you couldn't get any closer there, so a great defensive job there by the front for the Roaring Fork Rams, and you can see our coach a little bit upset with that. When you're that close, you got to pound that in. So there we go, 2nd and goal from literally the millimeter yard line.
All right, this time motion to Dominic, and he walks in untouched, huge hole, and the Bulldogs keep extending that lead up to 27 now.
So I believe 2 touchdowns now for Passetti also, right?
2 for Scranton, 1 for Passetti, and 1 for Teeter.
There you go. Thank you. That's why you got my back, my friend. Touchdowns galore. And now we are going to have another extra point attempt. Holy cow, let's see if we can get 4. Beautiful. They look good, and they're beautiful, and it's been a long time since we had anybody. Who's kicking those extra points, Kip?
All right, Alex Mendoza doing a great job as he goes 4. 1:27 on the clock, 28-0. You're watching Bulldog football right here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. All right, Klemper puts it high. That one, best kick of the night, down to the 2. And best return of the night for Roaring Fork as they bring it out to the 25. Tackle by Klemper. Kicker makes the tackle. You don't see that usually unless you're the game-saving or the touchdown-saving.
Heck yeah, you
tackle.
do all the jobs there, and now there's a penalty, a late flag. This is usually, you know, we'll see. I don't even want to guess, but sometimes it's an after the play was blown dead type of penalty. Unsportsmanlike.
Usually unsportsmanlike, personal foul. You said it, Shane, and hopefully it's not against the Bulldogs. And against Roaring Fork, and that'll back them up 15, and that's not what you want to have happen when they get a good return like that, and it backs them up 15, and here they go again. They're going to be I mean, we're going to be near the 10-yard line now.
Yep, and how much fun has it got to be out on that field tonight for your Bulldogs? Obviously no fun if you're the opponent, but on your home field, playing like this, making plays left and right, you knew you were supposed to do it. So, my goodness, they have come out and they are doing it. And now it's like, who's going to make the next big play? Who's going to make the highlight tape now on first down from the Bulldogs 10 or from Roaring Fork's 10-yard line?
And referee's timeout. We'll be right back here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. All right, we're ready to go. Trips receivers near side. Give right up the middle and just gets crushed. And one of those things you can't do right now if you're a Roaring Fork running back is be hesitant. You got to put your nose down and you just got to get forward because there are too many Bulldogs coming in too fast.
Let's make the, what should we do, the Steelers comparison. Today, you need to be the Jerome Bettis. You can't be the Le'Veon Bell. There's no stopping and doing the back and forth cuts. You got to just put your head down and drive forward. And I don't even know if that's going to work, to be honest. Bulldogs are everywhere tonight, offensive and defensively. This is going to be a very long night for the Rams.
All right, Rams they'll keep it spread. They'll go to doubles, 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. They'll now motion a guy over. He'll reset to a trips look. And give right up the middle, and nothing there. Right now the Rams just struggling. They just really can't get anything going, but that's the right idea. You know, you got to go with your quick hitters. You got to try to pop something up the middle because right now when they've put it in the air, good things have not happened for them and great things have happened for the Bulldogs. That's going to be the last play of the quarter. As time runs out, it's going to be a 28-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Make sure to say thank you to all of our sponsors that bring you Moffat County football right here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM.
Okay, so 3rd and forever for the Roaring Fork Rams.
And he'll lay it up. Spencer Brown with great coverage. He'll pick it off. Hold on to that ball. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet. And the Bulldogs are going to take over near the 35. A second pick for Spencer Brown.
Wow, what great coverage. He's back there 40 yards, 30 yards away from the line of scrimmage. And the craziness, if you stop it, rewind that ball looked like when he caught it, it looked like it came out. He totally pulled it back in, almost fumbled it, but gets his second INT on the night. 3rd for your Bulldogs defense, setting them up nicely. It's the equivalent of a punt basically at that point, but it looks good on the stats. So 11:48 left in this second period. Bulldogs up 28-0. And they can smell the mercy rule. They're looking to get up over 40. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty here, though.
Yeah, excessive celebration by the Bulldogs. So unsportsmanlike is going to back them up 15. Coming up, first down and a long way for your Bulldogs. All right, Bulldogs. And actually, I guess it must have happened during the play. So good for the Bulldogs. It doesn't count. Not going to matter, though, as Navarez, big gain. Making guys miss, breaking tackles, stiff arm, stays on his feet, finally tackled down there near the 10. So Shane, I thought it was going to be first and about 25, but because that penalty happened when it did, it was before that play ever ended, and so it backed the Bulldogs up, but it was still a 1st and 10. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah, crazy thing, it still would have been a first down, first and 25.
Yeah, absolutely, as Alex Navarez gets call it a 39-yard run down to the Roaring Fork 11.
And he now is way up over, I'm going to say, near 70 yards. He's heading towards a 100-yard rushing game. A lot of stats being built up by your Bulldogs. You can pick and choose Madden style what you want to run right now.
This one to Teeter. He's just going to walk it in, untouched. Sweep to the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Heck yeah, and on military night, another touchdown for our son of Bobby Teeter, military style.
All right, going for his 5th. We'll see if he can do it. Snaps down, kicks up, and he bombs it. And it's good, Moffat County. 35-0. 11 minutes left here in the first half. Roaring Fork set to return.
Only 10
Shane
men on the field.
Klimper's been just kicking so well tonight. Every kick inside the 10. He almost put that last one in the end zone. Now we're going the other direction, and he'll put this one down around the 10 again.
You love it. They say put it where they ain't, and he does. Look at that now. They're going to get down there and have coverage around the 10. Oh, and there is a flag.
And they got a good return on that one, their best return of the night, out past the 30. And you're going to see it on film. I'm going to call it out because Spencer Brown went down there. And I'm telling you what, he put his shoulder down, Shane, and he annihilated a would-be Roaring Fork blocker. Spencer Brown, man, great job. Way to get downfield.
Yeah, what a game for that young man, for that senior. 2 interceptions already. Now he's blowing up the wall that's going to try to lead that return. Now let's see what the call is here. Yeah, it's all on Roaring Fork. And you know what? At this point, let's be honest, I'm the head official. I bring my guys together and I say, guys, put the Velcro in your pocket so the flags can't fall out, and let's get this game done. Unless it's a safety issue. We always add that in there.
So they're going to mark it off. And after a great return by Roaring Fork out to the 30, their best of the night, they get a start inside the 10.
Totally.
All right, Roaring Fork back in doubles formation. They'll give it right up the middle. And one of their best plays of the night, they finally get some positive return out of it. Good for a couple.
Yes, and you've got to love every second of this because being good human beings like most of, if not all of us are, you do start to feel a little bit sorry for Roaring Fork, knowing that coming into this game, the total score of their first 4 games was 129-0.
92.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's up there. It's
Hey,
high.
here's what I can say. That's what I see with Roaring Fork. When you see courage like that, where they come out, they put their nose to the grind, and they said, you know what? We're not going to give up. We're going to go hard. And they do, and they gain 2 yards, and they go hard. And here he is running again. Look at that, man, piling his feet, running hard, and going to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's what I mean. That's what this game teaches so much. Chips are down right now for Roaring Fork, but their kids are playing hard, and they're giving great effort.
There we go. The Bulldogs right now. It's nice to get defensive work.
And Shane, I look at this. They got twins receivers. One guy uncovered for Roaring Fork, and that's who they hit. So he just said, you uncover a guy. Great job by Roaring Fork that time. They noticed it. I was just going to say, hit the quick slant, hit the hitch. Boom, they do that, and their best play of the game.
And we're always on that same wavelength. I love it, Kip. Exactly what I was getting at. It's cool to get good work defensively against a spread offense because that's what all modern teams are running now. All the teams you're going to see in our division are going to be running a version thereof. So right there, you had an issue. You know you can fix that. Now we've got guys back for the punt. Last time they saw what happened when they lined up with the quarterback up closer, so they probably took mental note of that. If I'm them, why not? You're down 35-0.
And the Bulldogs got 12 on the field right now. And wisely, well, I think somebody called a timeout. And the Bulldogs do wisely because we had 12 on the field and some confusion. And I'm telling you what, Shane, if I'm Roaring Fork, it's 4th and 4. You're down 35-0. Man, I'm going for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we were saying, the fact that you saw earlier as a coaching staff that when you came out in the punt formation, that the Bulldogs did an adjustment, you came back up in your shotgun. Go ahead, run that, but then step up in the shotgun. You're going to have guys so far out of the play that they can't make a play. All you need is 4 yards. And look, we're Bulldogs. We're homers all the way. We're just doing observations here. See how the Bulldogs adjust. Now, if they come back out and they have their guys back to receive this punt and say Roaring Fork goes up under center or goes into their shotgun formation, hopefully they adjust. They'll come back up. That's what you would be talking about in this huddle.
Well, and the other thing that you've got to mention right now, if I'm Roaring Fork, one thing I guarantee you I'm going to do right now, hard count. I'm going to get up there. I'm going to bark out some hard signals. I'm going to try to get the Bulldogs to jump off sides and get ourselves our first down of the game. And that's what you got to be thinking if you're Roaring Fork. I'll be surprised if they don't do a hard count. And you said it, Shane, but those are the type of things that you cover right then. You say, guys, ready for the defense. You got to be ready for the hard count. Don't jump off sides. Don't give them an easy first down. All right, here we go. Let's see what Roaring Fork draws up.
See if any of that conversation that we were talking about, any of it comes to fruition. And there we go. They're going for it. And so we've got our regular defense up there. Now he's going to punt it, I'm telling you.
Yep, steps back, quick punt, able to get rid of it, and going to get a beautiful roll. But Moffat County's going to have a chance to return it. Alex will pick it up, cuts up the middle, brings it back to the 40, to the 35, still on his feet, to the 20, has one guy to beat. Oh, and he gets drugged down from behind, but brings it all the way back inside the 20.
And he took that Roaring Fork Ram for a ride. Didn't he look like he was skiing behind him as he pulled that man another 10 yards. Great play.
Man, and it was a beautiful punt by Roaring Fork. But Navarez, I mean, it bounced perfectly for him as he cut, and he took it right up the sideline, and a huge return. And the Bulldogs are looking for one more touchdown, which will put us into a running clock. Anytime you're up by 40 in high school football, the clock will run. The only time it stops is for injuries, quarters, or timeouts.
Pass.
Timeout on the field. Beaver will take the snap, gives it right up the middle, and that's Jefferson, man, and he's running hard, and he gets about 10 on that first carry.
Whether you call him a Piat or a Piat, he is a load, and he gains big yards there. Good run for Jefferson. Now some changes coming in. We're going to bring in number 85 for the Bulldogs, and that's Marcus Delgado coming in for some offense. Love talking to Mr. Delgado there at the Come and Go. He's a manager. Constantly talking to him when I head to McDonald's, one of our sponsors.
All right, right up the middle to Delgado, and now he'll run it in. Touchdown.
Good. I love it when I can foresee things like that. Gave him his props. There he was. And, hey, McDonald's, start putting the quarter pounders on the grill because we're going to be there soon.
That pushes it to 41-0 running clock. And once again, extra point attempt. This one's bobbled a little bit, but able to get it down. That was a good job by Connor Murphy as he was able to handle that, get it back down. And we're perfect on extra points, and we're up 42-0 with 7:10 left in the first half.
And I know you have to go really deep into the record book, but I imagine 6 extra points in one game might be our record. 7, 6 up there.
You're getting up there, that's for sure, no doubt. All right, this one's going to roll, squib, and somehow Roaring Fork's able to handle it. Those ones are tough. Changes direction and tries to get to the edge, not going to make it, and wrapped up by Spencer Brown, and flag on the play. We'll be right back as it'll be Roaring Fork first down with a long ways to go. And Roaring Fork, another quick pass, picked off. Wow. That was Hickson. He read it like a book, and he's going to take it to the house. And he does! Pick 6! Hickson, touchdown!
And another military young man scoring for his dad. Hoorah! That's a Marine on military night scoring for us.
Gonna have to hook that one up on the highlight film, Shane, man. He read that perfect, just like a book. He came in, he reached up, you could see him get that hand up, pulled it right out of the air, said thank you so much. Green grass all the way.
Well, what's crazy is that with my eyes, the play was there, and he came in, read it, and here's see if we can get another extra point. Are we 7 for 7? There we go. Unheard of. So he reads the play perfectly. The play looked like it was going to actually work. Number 10 for Roaring Fork was open, but the quarterback needed to get a little bit of loft on it, and he did. It looked like he threw it right to him, but read like a book, as you said, by Hickson. And then he has the intestinal fortitude to turn around and make sure he doesn't stop till he has taken it to the house.
Well, one of the things you talk to receivers about is taking a good angle. And you angle yourself to where that ball doesn't have to go over a backer's head. If that receiver takes a little bit less, if it's not such a sharp slant, that ball's not there and it's not a pick. So those are coaching points that you would definitely want to talk to your kids about, of running good routes and how important it is to run a good route.
Let's see now. How much fun is it when
Shane, and I'm pumped. You're right.
Yeah,
military families. So you got Teeter, you got Hickson, and all the history of military in those families. And both those kids scoring touchdowns tonight, man. I'm pumped. Awesome.
Perfect.
Great job, guys.
And the fun of having a kicker that can directional kick. So the coach says, kick it to the left side. He does. And now look at our coverage down there. And you got 5 guys finishing the tackle that number 87 started for us. That's Dario Alexander. He makes the first attempt, doesn't get it, but then the next 5 guys do. So Roaring Fork Rams taking their time here.
And quick pass, tipped off the hands of a would-be receiver. Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10.
Running clock, my friend, 55 seconds, and it is going quick. with your Bulldogs up 49-0 here on their home turf. And let's see what our defense does. They can pick and choose what they're doing.
And give up the middle, and a blitz by Mickey Klemper crushes him. And that's probably going to bring us to half. We'll see if they try to run another play.
Good job. Klemper read that all the way. And yeah, we're at 30 seconds here. And I know Roaring Fork Rams are probably not going to attempt to run another play. A dominant performance by your Bulldogs here against the team they were expected to do this.
Well, they're going to see if they can get it off here. I don't think they're going to be able to get the snap off in time. And nope, they can't. That's the end of the first half, 49-0. All right, well, Bulldog lead.
So, folks, sometimes you have to take time to put your priorities in order and to realize the things that are important. And thank the people, the men and women of this country, of our armed services that make it possible for us to be able to sit at a football game or to be in our living room watching these young athletes perform. Right here is exactly what we have going on. We have local veterans who are being thanked for their service, and they're being honored on the track right now. What a fantastic thing. Kip, my friend, this is what it's all about.
Absolutely, and I'm telling you guys, I stand for the flag because I stand for the flag for guys like you that fought for me. So thank you for your service, and God bless America.
Amen. And you know, I'm honored and blessed to say that one of those guys out there is my father. And that's pretty cool. Every single one of these guys is the father to somebody out in this crowd or somebody in this great United States of America. And we appreciate all you've done. I think here they're going to have something to say, and obviously it's going to be awesome. Let's see what they have to say.
We really appreciate you. You're awesome.
Yeah, let's give it up to all of our military.
And that's what it's all about. Again, without these type of men, without our military, our men and women, we wouldn't be able to, on Sundays or Saturdays or on Friday nights, watch sports and feel safe and secure in our homeland. It's because of the military, the men and the women around our country, that we are safe, and we don't worry while we're sitting here about, you know, someone attacking us or that something might happen bad, because our military is the greatest in the world, and these are the greatest men in the world that protect us and keep our United States safe.
We'll be right back right here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. All right, Shane, they're going to let Axel Mendoza take the duties on this kickoff. Let's see what he does. He's perfect with extra points tonight. Hey. Holy moly, and he's got a leg too. He puts it in the end zone. Now that is a weapon. That is a weapon. Anytime a high school kicker can put it in the end zone, you're just in essence saying, hey, you start on the 20, which is, if you can do that, that is amazing.
You find out now, he is the young man that plays soccer too, yes?
Absolutely, yeah, he does.
So now you've got to find out, are you available the rest of the year? Are you going to be able to be here on the road or at home? And there is a dual sport right there. You're going to see two letters, soccer letter and the football letter, deservedly so.
All right, so Roaring Fork will come out on offense to begin this second half, and we'll see what they do. A little bit of confusion, doubles formation. They'll spread everybody wide. And back to pass, pump fake, wrapped up by Beckett, sack. And loss of about 10 on that sack, and Beckett's having a huge night. That's at least 2 sacks for him, maybe more. All right, so right away, Roaring Fork is back in a hole, and they'll give it right up the middle. And looks like Baker and Beckett in on that one, and maybe a short gain, going to bring up a long third down for the Rams.
And they say unleash the beast, and if you have the ability as an offensive coordinator for the Rams right now, this is what the draw or the screen was built for. When the other team's defensive line is literally in your backfield about the time you get the snap, if you can drop it over the top to somebody, you're going to have a lot of room. But we're doing such a great job defensively, our defensive linemen. I don't think they'd even have time to throw the screen, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if they would. But you're right, Shane. What a great time when you have a defensive line that's pressuring that fast with that kind of penetration. Beautiful time to throw a screen. 3rd and 20 coming up for the Rams. And throws it deep. Looks like it overshoots his receiver as it lands out of bounds near the 30, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for the Rams.
So the Bulldogs, our offense now at this point, our returns like, come on, hurry, I want to get a chance. It's a fun night to be a Bulldog.
Yeah, Shane, and with the way the Bulldogs have been returning these punts, if I'm Roaring Fork, I don't punt it anywhere near. I tell my punter, aim out of bounds. We'll take a 20-yard punt out of bounds because right now the Bulldogs have got 30, 40-yard returns every time they punt. And it was a fake punt. They were going to run it, and flag on the play. And that hurts because Roaring Fork had something drawn up. I like to see them go into their bag of tricks, and they were going to try to make something of it. And it's going to be on the Rams.
False start.
And now you got a second. You don't run the fake now.
No.
That is out the window, and now you got to punt it.
So here we go once again. You know what, though, for our Bulldogs there, number 16 was in so fast, they didn't have a choice. He wasn't going to be able to punt it whether he wanted to or not. That's
Cameron Baker. And there's the punt, squib, and it's just going to roll down there, and Moffat County will jump on it. And we will take over just inside the 30.
It's about as good as you could have hoped for with Roaring Fork. Bulldogs now will take over a very short field, and we talked about this, Kip. Now, okay, running clock. You're probably only going to have your starters in for this first series, if even that. You might already have some youngsters, as we'll see.
It looks like starters are out there.
Yeah, run some of the plays you're not so sure about, but that you like, that are in your playbook. Run something here that you need to work on.
So I do see some subs out there. You got Brock Hartung out there. Freshman at fullback right now. I see Joe Campagna out there. He'll get the carry.
Yes, Mr. Campagna, Joe.
Gets a couple on it.
Joe the man, one of the friends of my son, gets an opportunity to run the ball in a varsity game under the Friday Night Lights. So we very well may have seen.
So right now, Shane, you see the offensive line right now seems to be the starting offensive line. Receivers, starting receivers. You still got Dominic in there at that right halfback, but the other 2 running backs are the 2 subs in, both freshmen.
You love that. Then you got your freshman. Oh, look at this.
Untouched and untouched. I don't know if he'll get touched. Finally gets touched down there near the 5. Never got touched till the 5. And got to love it as a running back. We said it earlier. When you see holes like that, man, you better be patting your lineman on the back.
Wow, fantastic hard running. I think they're going to call a face mask at the end, too, which will add a little bit more onto the end. Let's make sure and see here. But, my goodness, now let's give one of these freshmen that you've got in the game a chance to see what it feels like to score. Because we were here earlier this week. We covered the JV game, and it was a really rough night for our young players. So it'd be awesome to give them a chance to score a touchdown now.
Also have number 59 at center, Shane. That's Corey Scranton.
Hey, so you had both the cameraman's sons playing tonight under the Friday Night Lights. Gotta love it. Cale Scranton, who might very well be the player of the game. And now you have the younger Scranton at center.
All right, so the flag is waved off. Ball will stay where it's at. 1st and goal coming up for the Bulldogs, just inside the 5.
Great opportunity for these youngsters. Who's going to get it? I'm going to say, hey, let's give this one right behind the freshman center. Let's give it to our freshman, Joe Campagna.
And they'll say quarterback keep, untouched, into the end zone. You got to like that, as that was Scranton leading the charge. Made a huge hole for Beaver.
Yeah,
and another touchdown.
How big was that hole, my friend?
Yeah.
The freshman, you wouldn't know it because he just made a hole that a Mack truck could run through. And our quarterback could have moonwalked backwards into the end zone.
So the Bulldogs will push it to 55, and Axel Mendoza will try to knock one more through.
By the way, the center is going.
Shane, we talked about this earlier. I'd love for Axel Mendoza to get a shot at a field goal, not just an extra point tonight. The problem is Bulldogs haven't even had a 3rd down.
We gave him the kids of death. He finally shanks one after making 7 straight. A pretty good night, though, and I like the looks of that 5-5 up there. You hung the double nickel on him so far.
You're watching Bulldog football right here on Moffat County Proud. Mendoza puts his leg into that one, and they just watch it go into the end zone. Axel Mendoza, a weapon for the Bulldogs.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to have a different quarterback, a youngster when we come back, but right now let's concentrate. Help me out with all these changes on defense, my friend.
All right, so pass to the flat, incomplete, no good. And lots of new numbers out there for the Bulldogs right now. And we'll try to get them to you, Shane, as they make plays. How about that?
Heck yeah.
There's a lot out there. I see Etzler out there and Brock Hartung, and I see Dave Drake out there. Who else? Dario Alexander. That's some of your DBs sitting back there. I also see Connor Murphy inside for the Bulldogs at linebacker. Well, I already said Hartung. Who else is there with him? Looks like Jefferson's in there at linebacker. Some defensive linemen. We got Drake, Doherty in there, and Hume in there now. And hard count by Roaring Fork. We said, hey, they should have did that earlier, and they never did, and now they do it, and it works.
Small victories, my friend.
So Shane C. Logan Kinez in there, defensive tackle. And give up the middle for Roaring Fork, their biggest gain of the game. And the ball's on the ground. Bulldogs rip it out. There's a scrum for the ball. We'll see if the Bulldogs got it back. And they do. Referee says Bulldog ball. Great job with that new crew of blue coming in. And that's the third turnover for the Bulldogs.
See what we have here. We've got a third down and long for your Bulldogs. Hand it right up the middle to number 1. He's running hard, but it's going to bring up a 4th down for your Bulldogs with this young team on the field. 4th down.
Yeah, let's see what the Bulldogs can do. First time we've seen them, this new group back in shotgun. Timeout. And we wanted to say thank you to all of our great Moffat County Proud sponsors. Severson Supply and Rental. And the Memorial Hospital. And Bank of Colorado. Victory Motors. Patton Enterprises. Miller Family Appliance. 3B Enterprises. Cornerstone Realty. GCR Tires and Service. Precision Auto Service. 360 Insurance Company. Mountain West Insurance and Financial Services. Kramer Flooring. And McDonald's. Shane, let's see if we can convert this 4th down.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Oh, Juergens put it up, baby. Oh, and tipped out of there. Good defense by the Rams. Want to make sure we say thanks to D&P, Duran and Pierce Contractors. They're definitely Moffat County proud, as is Cook, Chevrolet, Ford, and Subaru. Country Living Realty, Draper Insurance Group, Great Divide Cleaning Service, Chaos Inc., Young Life, Rocky Mountain Machinery, Eppin Associates, Rocky Mountain Automotive, Colorado Northwestern Community College, Identity Graphics, Craig Veterinary Hospital, Craig Family Dental, Brass Key Realty, and Mountain Air Spray. Thank you so much for being a part of Moffat County Proud. Every one of these businesses are most definitely proud to be a part of Moffat County and serve you. Give up the middle, good for about 4 for the Rams. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this final quarter. Bulldogs 55 and the Rams.
Second down here for Roaring Fork Rams with the running clock. And I'll tell you what, when you take the timeout, I guess they do stop the clock.
Timeouts. The only time they'll stop the clock is the quarter, a timeout, or an injury. Other than that, the clock will run after scores, after penalties. Otherwise, it's a running clock. So 9:29 on the clock remains with a timeout. You're watching Bulldog football right here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM.
Okay, 2nd and 6 for the Roaring Fork Rams against our future stars. And hey, that hard cut again. Tell you what, this group for Roaring Fork now, they've got some of their younger guys. They only had, I think, 5 or 6 extras, reserves on the sideline.
Well, 26 guys we counted on their sideline.
Yeah, so not a ton of reserves, but they've got some of theirs in. And one thing they do well, and they're showing it, is the hard count, a la Aaron Rodgers, where you get up there and you say, hut, 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 get the guys to jump off. And that's a positive for Roaring Fork. They can build from that. Here we go. Youngsters, future stars in there for the Bulldogs. Let's see what they got here. Flags are blown, or thrown. Whistles are blown, and the play is stopped. 2nd down, so the 5 yards they were able to get, they give right back. And 2nd and 6 again. Start over, so to speak. There's a pass.
Going deep. Oh, had a man. I don't know if he didn't see it or what, but it looked like it was close, at least from our angle. You got to lay out for that one, Shane.
Heck yeah, at this point, anything is a big victory, down 55-0. And going back to our keys to the game, so far, obviously, everything has worked out the way we hoped and that we thought they should. And, you know, we hoped that the Bulldogs could pitch to shut out the goose egg, as I called it, and they're doing it so far. Here we go now, 3rd down and 7. And youth is being served for these Bulldogs, getting the awesome ability to play on the Friday Night Lights. There's an interception, and he might go all the way, Coach. Number
right
87.
Down the sideline, cuts back in again, makes 3 guys miss. Touchdown!
Dario Alexander! Light up the fireworks. Start the fire, turn on the ambulance. We're coming home, and the Broncos, not the Broncos, the Bulldogs have just broke 60.
And big rush this time.
Yeah, and look, there is one of those cases where the referees, they looked at the score because he was offsides by a good 3 yards off the edge, and they just kept their flag in their pocket. Good play defensively, and now Roaring Fork on the way home, one guy can say, hey, did you see me? I blocked that extra point. That was me. 61-0. We'll be right back here with on-demand Bulldog football on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM.
Axel Mendoza ready to kick off once more. He has definitely worked tonight between kickoffs and extra points. And it'll roll right into the end zone, and it'll be placed at the 20.
Okay, here we go. 1st down for Roaring Fork. They are just hoping to get out of the building tonight injury-free. Not a fun night for them. They run the reverse.
Hey.
There they go. Some room around the outside.
And they got a room. One guy to beat. Can he do it? And he does. And that's their biggest play of the year. 80-yard touchdown for the Roaring Fork Rams. That's the first time they've scored this season. They got to be excited, Shane.
Heck yeah, and you know what? Nobody should go without scoring for the entire season or the first half. Christopher Maniotis there at the end had the angle there and just couldn't quite make that tackle. But hey, that's a freshman, and yeah, it's a little scary.
Well, and that's what you got to see right now, Shane, is that we got all these subs in right now. We got a lot of freshmen in there on the big stage, and they're playing hard and just couldn't quite do it. That kid that was fast, man. You got a kid running down there from Roaring Fork. I'm trying to get a number here. Yeah, that's a senior. Number 7, a senior for Roaring Fork, and that should happen. I mean, when you see
that
that
makes a little
senior,
nervous.
so
that's what I'm saying. Not to call him out, but he was the only one who had the angle, got there, just wasn't able to make the tackle. But he is a freshman. That's a senior running full speed at you. And again, guys, we are human beings. That does not bother me. That doesn't take away from how amazing this night was for your Bulldogs. 61-6. Here's the 2-point conversion opportunity. They're going to blow the whistle. And
you come back and talk about that. It's great teachable moment again. Where's your outside linebacker? Where's your defensive end? Where's your play side tackle? Where's your DB on that side? Where's your strong side safety? I mean, where are all those guys at? You know where they were? They were running on the other side because we fell for the reverse.
Yes,
that's where they were.
The fake got them, and you look down the road. Maybe you're in another game somewhere later on in your career. Maybe this season that same thing happens. You remember and you learn from it. So, hey. 61-6, I think we'll definitely take it, and it gives these young men who are going to have a very long bus ride home something to think about, some sort of a positive. Now they're going to come out. I'll turn it back over to you for this 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Shane, and I can appreciate the effort by Roaring Fork as they have played their hearts out until the end here. Pass in the flat, picked off, and dead. Can't go anywhere with that. Got to blow it dead, and that's what the referees do. Just a dead ball on an extra point in high school. Nothing you can do with that.
Yeah, but 61-6,
2:28 on the clock, and Roaring Fork will get to kick off. All right, here goes Roaring Fork, and they'll kick it deep. Going to be picked up by Klemper. Makes the cut, trying to get to the white side. Tries to make the turn. Goes up the side, out of bounds, loses the ball, but he was already out of bounds when that happened. Bulldogs will take over just inside the 40. Minute 22 on the clock. Bulldogs will line up to run another play and give right up the middle to Joe Campagna. He runs hard. He's able to get about 5. Proud sponsors. I want to say thank you to Severson Supply and Rental. Memorial Hospital, Bank of Colorado, Victory Motors, Hatton Enterprises, Miller Family Appliance, 3B Enterprises, Cornerstone Realty, GCR Tires and Service, Precision Auto Service, 360 Insurance Company, Mountain West Insurance, Kramer Flooring, McDonald's, DNP, Cook Chevrolet, Ford and Subaru, Country Living Realty, Draper Insurance, Great Divide Cleaning Service, Chaos Inc., Young Life, Rocky Mountain Machinery, Eppin Associates, Rocky Mountain Automotive, Colorado Northwestern Community College, Identity Graphics, Craig Veterinary Hospital, Craig Family Dental, Brass Key Realty, and Mountain Air Spray. Bulldogs win big in this league Western Slope Conference matchup. It was Rams versus Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs prevail 61-6. Huge night for your Bulldogs. It's been a lot of fun right here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM.